A World Cup semi-final. Honestly, it just doesn't get any bigger than this. Picture the tension in the tunnel right before kickoff. The stadium is absolutely roaring, the fans are singing, and millions of us are watching with bated breath. Today's explainer, we're breaking down a pure clash of titans, France versus Spain in the 2026 showdown. This isn't just another match, guys. This is about national pride. It's about deep-rooted history and figuring out who is the undeniable best team on the planet.
And the stakes? Well, they can be summed up with one number: 90. France is literally just 90 minutes of football away from pulling off something almost impossible in the modern era, reaching a third straight World Cup final. I mean, just think about the sheer magnitude of that for a second. It takes unbelievable consistency, a squad full of generational talent, and brutal mental fortitude to reach one final, let alone 3 in a row. You'd have to go all the way back to the legendary Brazil teams of the late 90s or those West German machines of the 80s to see this level of global dominance. France is right on the edge of history here.
Section 1. The Ultimate Rematch.
Because, look, you simply cannot talk about this semifinal without looking backward first. There is a massive roadblock standing in France's way, and that is Spain. It seems like every single time these two face off, something totally unforgettable happens. The emotional weight here is off the charts. To understand France's mindset right now, you have to look at their ultimate mission: absolute revenge for Euro 2024. The last time these powerhouses met, Spain broke French hearts with a brilliant comeback in that semifinal, leaving them completely stunned on the turf. Plus, Spain is actually on a 2-game winning streak against them in competitive matches. That gives the Spanish side a huge psychological edge, making this a pure revenge mission for France. That night in Germany really did change everything.
And honestly, the mental chess match happening before a single ball is even kicked is fascinating. Just listen to what Spain's manager, Luis de la Fuente, said recently. He said, "I'm sure France are just as worried about us as we are about them." That really hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? It tells you everything about the atmosphere in both camps. There's this intense, palpable, mutual respect. Both sides know that one tiny mistake, one brilliant pass, or just one moment of magic is going to decide the whole thing. It is high-stakes psychological warfare, for sure.
Okay, let's dive into this next part: speed versus control.
Beyond all the emotion and history, this game is fundamentally a collision of completely opposite tactical philosophies. It's a classic tale of the tape. On one side, we've got France. Didier Deschamps wants his guys to press hard, win the ball high up, and attack instantly. Their transitions are lethal, literally lightning fast. The second they win the ball, boom, they're moving forward. But on the exact opposite end of the spectrum, you have Spain. They are all about patient possession. They stay incredibly calm under crazy pressure, slowing the game right down, finding their rhythm, and using absolute control to basically pass their opponents to death. They just wear you down, minute by minute.
And man, Spain's method has been terrifyingly effective in this tournament. It's perfectly captured by this number: 1. Across 6 World Cup matches so far, Spain has allowed exactly one single goal. 1. They have built an absolute fortress. Instead of rushing forward and leaving the back door open for counterattacks, they prioritize a rigid structure and just supreme tactical discipline.
So how do they maintain that flawless record? Simple. They just don't let you have the ball. Spain averages a suffocating 58% possession. They use this control like both a sword and a shield. They move the ball quickly, waiting so patiently, making the other team chase shadows until they are physically and mentally drained. And then, and only then, they strike.
But here's the catch. France has a natural, terrifying counter to that suffocating style, and it's 35%. That is the percentage of France's tournament goals that have come in the final 30 minutes of the match. While Spain is busy trying to wear teams out over an hour of passing, France has this terrifying late-game lethality. They actually get way more dangerous as the clock ticks down. When defensive legs get tired and those little spaces start to open up, France's raw speed becomes an absolute unstoppable weapon.
All right, moving on to Section 3, Battle of the Superstars.
Because at the end of the day, these tactical systems are executed by human beings. And this explainer wouldn't be complete without zooming in on the micro battle happening on the grass. For all the talk of possession and pressing, this match might literally come down to the 2 most dangerous individuals on the pitch. For France, it's no secret. Absolutely everything starts with Kylian Mbappe. His threat is so specific and so devastating. He attacks mostly from the left flank, uses his unbelievable pace to cut inside onto his right foot, and he creates chances out of thin air the second he gets open space. So the game plan is obvious. Stop Mbappe, and France is significantly less dangerous. But, as any defender will tell you, stopping him is about as easy as catching lightning in a bottle.
But let's flip over to the other side.
where Spain has a rising superstar of their own. 18. That is the age of Lamine Yamal. I mean, let that sink in for a second. Most 18-year-olds are stressing over final exams or trying to get their driver's license. Yamal is out here dismantling world-class defenses on the biggest stage on earth. It is a sheer shock to the footballing world that someone this young is doing what he's doing in a World Cup semifinal. Remember, he's the one who broke French hearts with that wonder goal at Euro 2024. And he plays with this seasoned, icy confidence that just completely defies his age.
When you break down Yamal's impact, the stats are just staggering. He's creating around 2.4 key chances every single game. He's also formed this near-telepathic connection with Nico Williams on the opposite wing, stretching defenses to their absolute breaking point. But his ultimate danger zone? One-on-one dribbles. If you give Yamal even a second or just one single meter of space, it is fatal. He will breeze right past you and punish you. He is the ultimate wild card that France desperately has to figure out how to contain.
Which brings us to our final section, the final AI prediction. So we've talked about the emotion, the history, the clashing tactics, and the individual superstars. But how do we actually make sense of all this before kickoff? Well, we turn to the data. Our AI model has crunched the numbers, recent form, head-to-head history, you name it, to give us a projection for this massive semifinal. First up is that crucial battle for midfield control. The AI projects a razor-thin possession battle, Spain at 51% and France at 49%. That is incredibly tight. It tells us that while Spain will try to control the ball like they always do, France isn't just going to sit back, park the bus, and let them have it. The fight in the center of the pitch is going to be an absolute war of attrition.
And when we look at the three-way win probability for the first 90 minutes, things get really fascinating. The model actually gives France the statistical edge. We're looking at a 42% chance for a France victory, a 34% chance for a Spain win, and a 24% probability that these two titans are deadlocked and head to extra time. So despite Spain holding that psychological edge from their recent wins, the AI actually favors the French side to overcome their demons and advance to the final.
And here is the ultimate AI verdict, a very close, hard-fought match ending with France winning 2-1. The model believes Spain will dictate the rhythm and heavily control that first half, but it predicts that France's sheer attacking quality and their powerful bench will finally break through Spain's rigid defense late in the game. Which, aligns perfectly with that stat we talked about earlier about France coming completely alive in the final 30 minutes.
But let's be real for a second. We all know that football beautifully defies data. It is never perfectly predictable. Spain knows exactly how to beat France, they have the defensive discipline, and they know how to win big matches on this stage. France might have the AI advantage today, but the human element on the pitch changes the whole shebang. So, I want to hear from you. Who do you think is going to take it? Will it be the lightning speed of France or the suffocating control of Spain? Drop your exact score prediction in the comments below. What do you think the real deciding factor will be? Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer, and enjoy what promises to be an absolutely legendary match.